Blue Jays and the Chicago White Sox. Carlos Rodon, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, this guy has really struggled coming into this game, right? The league is hitting just under 300 against this guy, and that's something he really needs to improve on. And it'll be interesting to see if that trend continues in this start here.
And guys, you take a look at the White Sox entering play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire, as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, in this sport at this level, you have to find a way to be a little bit realistic. You're not going to win every ball game. So they lost last game. Fine. Let's find a way to execute today and get on the winning side.
They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. Now a moment as we take a look at the Jays starting 9 for this one. Dero, what do you got on this lineup in the series opener?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
And quickly, they're on 2 away. Digging in now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Hey, you know, Dero, Rusty Valentine, he's known for having a high and a low strike zone, but he's pretty good east and west. You better keep it on the corners.
Yeah, I'm okay with Rusty's zone, without question. You know he's going to elevate. It's north-south, so you're aware of it. As a veteran player, you can live with that.
Ripped on the ground to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Blue Jays. Now it's the White Sox turn in a scoreless ball game. Hyunjin Ryu, the Korean lefty, will be the starter in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Well, Matt, he reminds me, he's the closest thing that I've seen to David Wells. You watch him throw, he's 89 to 93 miles an hour, kind of a big, loopy, overhand curveball. Does have the hard slider and the changeup. A good athlete for a big guy. You'll know if he's on early. He has to get his breaking pitches over to make his fastball effective.
Guys, as the Jays take the field here tonight, come in trying to bounce back from a loss last time out, but they've been in good form lately, 5-2 over their last 7.
Yeah, Matty, I know they lost their last game, but you know as well as I do, in this sport, you have to have short-term memory. You have to let it go. They can get it going back in the right direction today.
Here comes Ryu, 0-2. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Grichuk is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Time now to check the starting lineup card for the Chi Sox in this one. Hero, give us what you have on this lineup as they start a new series.
Matty, these are the lineups you want to be in. Driving to the ballpark, you got a cup of coffee in your hand, you look at the flags and they're blowing straight out. You're running to the manager's office if your name's not in the lineup. It just takes one grain on that bat and you got a potential 3-run bomb. Look out for these guys going deep today.
Daniel Polka comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
You know, the old adage is you never throw a lefty down and in because their ability to turn and burn, and this pitcher's taking that to heart. He is throwing everything away right here.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the breaking pitch. 2 away.
Batting third, the first baseman,
So here's the slugging first baseman, Jose Abreu now. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. There's the cut fastball, but it's low, 1-0. A ball and a strike now to Jose Abreu. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Now to the White Sox first baseman.
That's a ball.
3-1.
Call didn't go his way on 2-1, but it's important here on 3-1 to still make a quality pitch. You have to have the mindset that you're still the one in the driver's seat.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Now the 3-2 pitch. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. Ryu looks in. Here comes the 3-2. Now that's popped up. Tellez has a play, and that ends the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. At the plate, Rowdy Tellez, and he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough.
A 2-1 count to the Blue Jays first baseman.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
To 2-2 now.
You know, on a cold night like this, I think you're going to see him continue to elevate pitches and let these guys just fly out to the warning track.
Now a check swing, and he went around, says the home plate umpire. Tough ruling, but it's out number 1.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And I'm going to focus today on Tim Anderson. And when I say his name, I think quick feet. Not only defensively at the shortstop position, but also putting the defense on their heels. When he gets on base, look for him to take off. And he's got a strong arm as well from shortstop.
1-0. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1-0. Previously against Carlos Rodon, he's only 1 for 10. Fouled off. Grichuk stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. He was a first-round pick back in the 2009 MLB draft.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
He's able to take the ball the other way here. High and deep to right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and striding into the plate next will be Teoscar Hernandez. Now here's the pitch. Line drive to center field. Garcia will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Blue Jays go down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Digging in, Eloy Jimenez. He's set to lead off the home half of the second.
The left fielder, number 74.
Here's the first pitch to him. This is on the ground over to first. Tellez scoops it up, and he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
All right, guys, time for a look at how the Toronto Blue Jays set up on defense today. And, guys, this team took it on the chin last game. And I think a lot had to do with the fact that they're not playing great defense. Committed 2 errors in that one in some big opportune times, and it came back to bite them. Something to look forward to today.
This is in the air out to straightaway center. Under this one is Grichuk, and there are 2 away now.
Batting 5th.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the power bat of Edwin Encarnacion. First pitch coming. Here it is. A piece of that for strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
This offense just doesn't look like they came to play today. Ugly swing after ugly swing. Just needs to be a better approach across the board.
Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Thursday night baseball. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And it's fouled away. Lined into left center. And that's the first hit in this one for the Blue Jays. Well, when you're going as well as he is, not even a 2-strike count is going to get in your way.
Yeah, Matty, he's having a monster season, well over 300. Right there, when you're feeling that confident at the plate, it doesn't matter what the count is. You're willing to go deep and still feel confident.
Into the box, Richard Arena, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Shaw aboard here at first with nobody out. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Danny Jansen will be next. The 3-1. He loses him on ball 4.
Finally, up to this point, the entire lineup had been swinging at anything close, and this guy decides to show a little more patience at the dish and is rewarded with a base on balls. That was a good at-bat.
From the stretch. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
2-1 to count. The 2-1 is a slider that can't catch the outside.
3-1 here. You have to make a good pitch on the mound. Grooving one here rarely works in your favor unless the hitter tries to do too much with it.
And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Now the 3-2 pitch. Now both runners on the move. That gets down. He's got himself a base hit. And the runs across to score, and the Jays will take an early 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Standing in now, Bo Bichette. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control, 0-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or you're still looking for the double play ball?
This is a great spot to be in as a pitcher. You have 2 strikes. You can bury one for a potential strikeout, and at worst, keep the ball down in the zone. You might be able to turn one pitch into an ending double play.
Back up the middle, and that'll get by into center field for a base hit. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's a 2-0 ball game. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. So stepping in, number 13, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. A throw behind the runner at second, and he'll get back in standing. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Way behind that pitch. It's 0-1.
I heard so many pitchers in my career in the dugout talk about you're only 1 pitch away from getting out of a nasty situation. This is perfect right here. A strikeout or a double play, and he can get right back in control of this inning.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now. Pitch popped up. Abreu in foul ground, and this is going to wind up a foul ball. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning. A bullet to first base. So 1 away in the Toronto third, and that brings up the big bat of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fastball well outside. Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1.
I don't blame the batter for pulling the trigger right there. Those fastballs light up your eyes, and you can occasionally do damage with them, but he wasn't able to catch up with that one.
Hit the other way out toward right field. Hawker back in plenty of time to put this away, however, and there are 2 gone. And he'll go ahead and take third on the fly ball to right, so he's 90 feet away now with 2 men gone.
44.
So it's first and third with 2 away, and that'll bring up Rowdy Tellez. Hoping to limit the damage. Here's the pitch. There's the fastball that gets the lower part of the zone, called for a strike.
You know, I think this is a big situation in this game. They've got to lead by a couple of runs, but they don't want to look back on this inning when this one's over and think that they left some runs out there.
And we'll have to leave it there as the play is made here to end the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We'll move on. Striding in, James McCann, 7, 8, and 9 to start the home third.
Not much going on offensively so far for these guys. 6 up, 6 down. We'll see if the bottom part of the lineup can get something going.
Well, the home crowd seems a little restless, so I'm sure they'd appreciate it. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
The 1-1 is a breaking ball that misses off the plate. Left side. Shaw gloves it. And a good throw gets him one gone.
Batting it.
Digging in, Leury Garcia. And he comes in as a player to watch out for, hitting well over 300 on the season. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a good pitch on the inside corner for strike one.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
Sets the target low here, and it misses 1-1. Line to the right side, but taken in over at first for the second out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher. Striding into the box, Yolmer Sanchez. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. And this is looked at for a ball. It's 1-1 now to the White Sox second baseman.
Still a little bit early to be worrying about this, but in a 2-run game, a 2-out walk right here could at least get the tying run to the plate. And on top of that, there's some pop on it on deck circle.
Throw in time, and the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox. They're down 2-0. Start of the coming, but first Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Thanks, Matt. In between innings, I was able to catch up with the manager of the Blue Jays to discuss his thoughts on his team's lineup so far. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
Randall.
All right, Heidi, thank you. High and deep to left. This one's got plenty of distance. Gone to lead off the inning. Randall Grichuk leaves the yard with a solo shot. Number 13 for him on the year, and the Jays have moved out in front 3-0.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
So that'll bring in Teoscar Hernandez. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike one. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And he misses with it 1-1. And the pitch misses low and away for ball 2.
Wow, it just doesn't seem like he's being as aggressive as he was before he gave up that home run. Was throwing the ball great. Now it seems like he's a little bit more tentative throwing the ball across the plate.
Takes this the other way to right. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now.
Now batting, the third baseman, Travis.
Stepping in, Travis Shaw. He singled and scored in his first appearance in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And he'll power in a fastball, that time at 94 for strike 1. Hernandez on at first, nobody out. Behind 0-2 now. Two quick strikes, and now the 0-2. A ball and 2 strikes now.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to lay off right there, just out of the strike zone. But listen, when you're a 300 hitter, you don't chase a lot of those so-called pitcher's pitches. This guy knows the strike zone.
2-2.
You can really tell about how effective this guy's going to be when guys are swinging at that changeup. So far in this one, they've been real smart to let it go.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
The batter, number 7.
Now at the plate, Richard Arena. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 on here in the inning. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. There's 1. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Jays add 1 more on the solo home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 3-0 in favor of the Jays. And that'll bring up the shortstop, Tim Anderson. Back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Here comes Ryu, 0-2. This one's down to third. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone. Coming to the plate now, Daniel Falco. He's 0 for 1 thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. This is grounded foul. No runs, no hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Hit down the third base line, but that'll get fouled. It's 0-2 now. A windup and the 0-2 pitch. And a fastball swung on and missed as they set him down for the second time here tonight.
I'll tell you right now, this guy has a shutout going, and it's been all business. He's not messing around trying to pick at corners. He's being aggressive in the zone, and he's attacking each and every one of these hitters up to this point.
First delivery to him on the way. And that's taken for strike 1.
Wow, there's a pitch right there that this guy would like to have back. Very rarely do you see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and boy, he took that one. He'd like to have that one back and be able to take a good hack at that pitch.
Behind 0-2 now. Ryu's ready. Here's the 0-2. And they'll try to tempt him with a curveball, but this bounces in front of the plate, and it's 1-2.
0-2 pitch in the dirt. I think that was a purpose pitch. These guys are swinging at just about everything, so he's going to take a chance to see if they'll chase one even further out of the zone.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Richard racing back at the track. And he makes a nice catch on the track as that ends the inning. One more look at the final out. A teeth rattler if ever there was one. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Danny Jansen. He'll start off the 5th in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He knows his strengths and weaknesses at the plate. He knows he has a cold zone away. But the bottom line is this pitcher has been able to execute to that spot. If he misses over the heart of the plate, this guy's still going to be ready.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Danny Jansen goes down for the first out in the 5th inning. And now back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup. Stepping in, Bo Bichette. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Got him to go up the ladder there for strike 1.
I can't imagine he was sitting on fastball at his neck right there. He is going to have to lower his sights if he's going to have any chance.
And he lays off for ball 1. And did he go around? No, he did not. Ball 2. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors in the game for Toronto. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. Hit hard on the ground is short. Anderson brings it in. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And that brings up the exciting Lourdes Gurriel Jr. First delivery to him on the way. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Sanchez ranging into the outfield. He can't get there as it falls in.
Hey, D-Roll, that's just what you want to do. Keep the pressure on. He's given up a couple of runs early already in this game, and now he gives up the 2-out single.
Yeah, no chance right there. You want to make this guy work. You want to try and get into their pen as quick as possible. And if 2-out knocks are the answer, then so be it.
Stepping in now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Seared down the first baseline. And he'll get to the bag in time. What a do-it-yourself masterpiece. Another look at the fine play at first that concludes matters here in the inning. The 3 of us are back at Guaranteed. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound.
Now
He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see, he's up near the top, currently 6th in the AL in that category. Stepping in, Yohan Moncada flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Good off-speed pitch had him out in front for strike 1.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count, find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now. And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now. Swung on in the dirt for the 3rd strike. And he makes the throw to first. Moncada is retired. 2 down now. A look at our line score to this point, and I'm almost certainly jinxing things by pointing it out, but it's worth mentioning that 0 in the hit column through 2 outs here in the 5th. First pitch on its way. Hold a strike on the outer half. 0-1.
He's been pitching really well so far in this one as we cruise into the middle innings. One of the big reasons why, 80% first pitch strike ratio. If he continues that, he might be able to finish this one.
Now a fastball as he just reared up and let that one fly, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They trail it here 3-0. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Rowdy Tellez.
And we thought we might be seeing the end of the road for the starter, but clearly he's still in there for at least one more hitter.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Matty, but I think this lefty-lefty matchup right here may have been enough to convince the manager to stay with him. So we'll see if it works out.
Now a swing, and this ball is crushed straight away center field. And it's gone as they add still another. So it's a solo shot to dead center. 6th home run on the season for him, as the Blue Jays have opened it up further now, 4-0.
Well, when you groove the first pitch a strike, these hitters are going to make you pay. Something tells me I don't have to tell the guy on the mound that anymore. That hurts.
Please. Now pitching for the White Sox.
So now the White Sox manager will slowly make his way toward the mound. And he's looking to the bullpen here, so it would appear that's all for his starter tonight. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Just behind the fastball there, 2 strikes now.
2 mid-90s fastballs right there that he doesn't seem to think he can catch up to. I wouldn't be shocked if he came right at him again with another good one.
Checked his swing there. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. Ball 1. Bases are empty here. Nobody out. On a line, that's a base hit. Around first, he's digging for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his 2nd hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
In now, Teoscar Hernandez takes this the other way to right, and that's in there. Base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's 1st and 3rd now with nobody out.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, D-Row, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
Travis Shaw is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Set to deliver the 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
And a dive, but he's back. Runners are at 1st and 3rd with none out. Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Now a throw over, and he'll dive back in safely. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A fastball off the plate away. It's ball 1.
1st and 3rd, you know he's going to do everything he can on the mound to roll up a double play ball. On the other side, he's got to be looking for a mistake up in the zone that he can drive in the air and pick up a sac fly at the very least.
And they'll extend their lead even further as the runs in to score from 3rd. Now a 5-0 lead.
Now batting, number 9.
Up next is Danny Jansen. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. First delivery to him on the way. Lifted in the air toward the line and right. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Hernandez over at second. Urena is over at first with 1 away. Now a pickoff play at second, and late reactions, and they got him. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
A 1-2 count to the Blue Jays signal caller. A runner on first with 2 away. And he fouls this one off. Skied into very shallow right. Hawker has it in his sights, and that's the 3rd out. 2 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and left on base. Now batting, James McCann. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count. Yeah, that looked like a strike, but let me tell you, when you're staring at a big 0 in the hit column, getting a call like that to go your way can feel like a big victory.
2-0 now. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone. Ready with another 2-2. And a changeup swung on and missed for the 1st out.
Boy, he's really on a roll in the hill right now. As we roll through it again, remember, he struck out the side in the last inning, and now he picks up right where he left off by striking off the leadoff man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
Into the box now, Leury Garcia. He swings and grounds it to short. Bichette takes it in, and there are 2 away now.
When the guy in the mound is working on a no-no this late, every play is exciting and stressful for the fielders. We'll see if they can continue making the plays behind it.
Here comes the first pitch. In there, strike 1.
Hey, you can tell by the look on that manager's face, he's obviously frustrated right now. But it's a long season. You're going to have a lot of ebbs and flows with your offense. Does he take a step back and relax a little bit, or does he call a team meeting right after this one?
And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1.
Zero.
1-2. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Grichuk giving chase. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Back here on the south side of Chicago. 7th inning coming up with the Jays out in front as we give you a look at our game summary to this point.
The shortstop.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Sent on the ground out to second. Sanchez is up with it, and the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batter.
Ready once again, number 13. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for out number 2.
Number 27.
So digging in now, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit hard back up the middle, and that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now. Well, it took him till the 7th, but he gets his first hit of the game here, and that'll extend his hitting streak.
Yeah, and he didn't come out of what he was trying to do all day, Dan. Kept the front shoulder up, kept the ice water in his veins, and didn't try and get too big. Extends the hitting streak. Nice job.
You know, D-Row, I talked to him before the game about the streak, and he said the toughest part is he hopes to get hits early in the game to take the pressure off. He had to wait to the 7th inning in this one to come through.
Hit hard on the ground to second. Sanchez is there. Throw on to second for the force, and the side is retired. One left for Toronto, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Digging in to try it again, Tim Anderson. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1. Counts a ball and 2 strikes to the White Sox shortstop. Hit hard on the ground towards second, and that's a base hit. So the perfect game bid ends in the 7th. They finally break through for their first hit of the ball game, so the no-hit bid will end right here.
Yeah, Matty V, and this is when you start thinking about that no-no. You get into the 7th inning, D-Row. As a pitcher, you start looking ahead to what might happen.
And that donut stares at you from an offensive standpoint as well. This guy's had his A game. You can't deny the fact that he's pitched a heck of a game, but from an offensive standpoint, you never stop grinding to get a crooked number up on that board.
No, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
I think a big reason why he's been so effective in this one, that he's been just about getting ahead of every hitter. Seems like every one of them are 0-2, 1-2, and it's just about every at-bat. And when that's the case, your chances of getting a good pitch to hit are way worse.
Palka puts a good swing on it, and there's a ball carrying to deep right field. But he's going to haul this one in on the run as he winds up just shy of the wall for the first out.
The batter.
Now at the plate, Jose Abreu. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here comes the first pitch. Not close with the off-speed pitch taken for a ball. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Got him. And that's 8 strikeouts now for him in the ball game.
I think we're starting to see the frustration mount from this offense. It's been a pretty dominant performance on the mound, and these hitters have had no answer for anything he's throwing up there. That will wear on you if it lasts throughout most of the game like it has here.
Standing in now, Eloy Jimenez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Hit out towards second. So they do get their first hit, but their first run will have to wait as the inning is over. Add another 0 as it's up to 7 shut. Kelvin Herrera has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 41.
Here's Randall Richard. He's 2 for 3 with a home run and a double. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fouled away. The 0-1 delivery. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
When you've got a guy that throws a good two-seam fastball, you have to be ready for him to try to run it inside and jam you. Good job to lay off that one, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Popped up. And there's the first out.
Now batting.
Stepping in for the Jays, Teoscar Hernandez. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Line drive. That's a base hit into the right center field gap. And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly.
Hey, Dero, not a bad night. 3 singles, but hey, you'll take 3 for 4 every day of the week.
Yeah, in today's day and age, Dan, where everything's a homer, a walk, or a strikeout, it's refreshing to see this guy throw out 3 base hits.
Into the box, Travis Shaw. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And he pushed it just a bit too much. It'll wind up a foul ball. And there's ball 1. Action in the White Sox bullpen now as they have a left-hander getting loose. Hernandez leads off first with 1 away. Swing and oh my, hit him with the high and out of here, and I mean by plenty. That ball was crushed. Travis Shaw has just clubbed a milestone home run of sorts. It's the 100th of his career.
Well, obviously, it's not easy hitting home runs, Matt, especially at this level. 100 home runs is nothing to scoff at, so I'm sure he'll be proud of this accomplishment when he gets to really think about it after a game, and you know he'll want that ball to hold on to.
Second baseman.
Stepping in now, Richard Urena, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
I'm out. Maybe getting a little jumpy in the box, so he steps out and asks for time. Reese McGuire will come on as a pinch hitter.
Toronto. Number 10.
Lifted down the line in left. On the run is Jimenez. And no one will track it down. Comes set and the 0-1. Now a check swing as he's able to fight this one off. Foul. 2 out, nobody on. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. Grounded back up the middle. Sanchez towards second. He's got it. Throw over to Abreu is in time, and with it the side is retired. Jays strike for a couple as you get another look at the 2-run dinger. On now to the bottom of inning number 8. It's the Blue Jays 7 and the White Sox nothing. Reese McGuire will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Next to bat will be the Cuban import, Yohan Moncada. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Here comes Ryu, 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses. 1-2. And that misses 2-2.
I got to count 2-2.
And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game. Pretty clear he didn't like the call there on the outside part of the plate, but probably too good to take. And he's down on strikes for the second time.
Yeah, that pitch was right on the black. Beautiful pitch. And even if we had robot umps, he'd still be out. But the only difference would be he wouldn't be able to complain about it.
Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. And that changeup makes him jump. A swing and a miss.
I love the fact that this batter continues to be aggressive, but after striking out twice already, maybe he's got to take a step back, see the ball a little bit deeper, and be willing to work deep into the count.
And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2. He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game. What's your take on all the strikeouts we see in the game today, Dan? That was his third tonight, and it seems we're seeing that a lot more these days.
Yeah, Matt, there's been a real change in philosophy as far as hitting in baseball today. A lot of guys think now that an out is an out. A strikeout is just as good as a regular out, but we're seeing strikeouts at an alarming rate in baseball right now.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Ryu steps into his windup. Here it is on 1-0. This is line to left. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the White Sox. They need to get something cooking here. It's 7-0. Alex Colomé
enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't a chance to come in and close a game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Garcia is there. 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
Jumped all over that first pitch of the inning, and he didn't miss it. Just wasn't able to steer it in a direction that resulted in a leadoff hit.
Into the box now, number 13. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. And a dive, but he can't pull it in out in right center. And he's in there easily at second with a 1-out double. But baseball's a game of streaks and runs, and he is on one right now.
Yeah, and you've got to ride these streaks as long as you possibly can, and he's doing that coming in right here. Came into this game on fire with the stick, and he's doing that here.
That's now 2 hits so far for him in this one. High and deep to right center. Garcia is after it. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll make it up to third on the fly ball as he's in there now with 2 away.
Now batting.
So coming to the plate, Rowdy Tellez. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. From the stretch. Fouled off. Little chopper back to the mound. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. So no runs here on a base hit. No air. Digging in the switch hitter, Leury Garcia, starting things for his side in the 9th as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Number 5. Second baseman.
Ready now for the White Sox, Yolmer Sanchez. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Good changeup there to start him, but it drops a little low for ball 1. And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Not a great spot to be in right here, 2-0, but I'm not so sure why he's pitching this guy so cautiously. A bottom of the order guy you don't normally see getting pitched like this.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2. He stays alive, still 2-2. The 2-2 one more time. Is laid off, and the count runs full.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit, or at least force him out of the game.
Richard is there, and quickly 2 are gone here, and it's not looking good for the home 9. Standing in, Tim Anderson. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the ninth as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The White Sox down to their last strike. Drilled right back up the middle, and that's through for a hit.
Yeah, man, he's locked in and pretty dominant since the first. So as long as he can get back in that groove with the next batter, he's not going to worry too much about it.
So here's Daniel Ponca now. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. 1-0 the count. The 1-0 drilled to first, scooped up, and with that I can finally say the 4 words I've had on my mind for what seems like an eternity. This ball game is over. A 7-0 shutout final score tonight. The Jays led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Hyunjin Ryu earned his 5th win of the year as he allows only 2 hits over 9 full innings. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show.